What's a book that unexpectedly changed your perspective on a significant issue? The Testosterone Advantage by Timotheus Ray. Testosterone impacts everything in a man, from strength and muscle mass to mood, cognition, and even cardiovascular health. It was a wake-up call to how crucial testosterone is for men, and it offers practical ways to optimize its levels naturally through diet, exercise, and lifestyle changes. Monstrous Regiment by Terry Pratchett. I was a teenager when I read it, and gender-queer issues were not widely talked about back then. Spoilers for the book. The entire cast is a bunch of girls passing as boys to fight in a war, each with their own unique reasons. Some were clearly cis girls just doing what they had to do, while one was trans and a few of them read as non-binary. I didn't fully realize I was non-binary myself at the time, but there was something about the book that made me feel truly seen and normal. It opened my eyes that there were different ways of perceiving yourself, and that we can go through life passing as one thing while being another. It really reshaped the way I viewed my own identity, and I always get a little misty-eyed when I think about that book. It's really beautiful. Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. It really changed the way in which I see human behavior, reasoning, problem-solving, economics, and so on. It can change your entire worldview. The Easy View to Stop Smoking by Alan Carr. It actually was easy. The ADHD Effect on Marriage. Understand and rebuild your relationship in 6 steps. Girl Stop Apologizing made me more motivated and confident. A Short Stay in Hell definitely made me think about death and mortality. A Child Called It by Dave Pelzer. I first read it when I was 15. I knew that child abuse was real and that many people have gone through it. But until I read this book, I never really understood that it affected people near me, and that there are people out there who have gone through abuse and have overcome it. I learned through this book that there was more to life than what I knew. I'm 30 now and much less naive. I learned through this book that there are bad people out there who put on a good facade. It taught me to look past the surface and see a person for who they really are. The Origin of Consciousness and the Breakdown of the Bicameral Mind. This non-fiction book is almost definitely bullshit. It pushes a theory of consciousness that was later picked up and played straight in Westworld. It asks you to consider the following. Imagine in 2,000 years that human beings, by and large, no longer dreamt. Perhaps good enough VR from an early age caused that part of the brain not to activate, or something like that. Perhaps a few people would continue to dream. Perhaps they would be labeled as mentally unwell, having vivid visual hallucinations while they slept. When current-day people speak of dreams in media, it is usually in the metaphorical sense. Perhaps, the people of the far-flung future would label it all poetic license, and the remaining hard-to-explain accounts as simply people with night hallucinationitis. If those future people could make such a mistake about dreams, what mistakes could we be making about the people of the past? What did the people of the past treat as literal, then later metaphorical? Why, the gods, of course. A Different Mirror, A History of Multicultural America by Ronald Takaki. A multicultural scholar chronicles the history of America, from colonization to the 1992 LA riots, from the perspective of minorities.